Live from the cooking studios at the center, it's Cookinpellets.com, the podcast. A roundup of news, information, and recipes, and the only podcast focusing 100% on the pellet grill industry. And now here are your hosts, the Reverend of Barbecue and Junior.
Hey, buddy.
Are we here now?
Oh my God! What just a straight. Wait a second. Let me turn that off. Oops. God, I got too many buttons to push, and more than just my wife.
Yeah, sure.
Wait. Oh no, that ain't gonna work now. Hi everybody, how you doing? New setup. God, every week we got something new going on. Yeah, it's click. Yeah, you almost need to go. Did I move a camera again?
I don't know. I have to move here.
Hey, hold on, there. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. Oh my God, and it's hot.
Oh, there we go, live.
It's hot in here. Hold on, guys. Oh my God, you got to turn that down.
Yep.
So we're checking. Sorry, we're verifying pictures and you know, we changed. We put some more audio stuff in for, you know, we had a piece. It looked really bad. We've had audio issues other than just normal.
Yeah.
With you and I. And so we went ahead and we changed the back. I put up some. Actually, Junior and I put up some. This is like sound deadening material. And it just because it's a big box that we're in and doing, and we needed stuff. So we put some stuff in corners and, hi, how you doing, peeps? Oh, I got to wave. Wait, no, that's my hand. Wait. So, I go back here. Hey, how you doing?
The only effects only work if you tell me they're working.
Yeah, that's right. So, oh my gosh, what a week. It has been so big. Thank you, everybody. First off, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to the podcast, checking out YouTube, and staying healthy. A lot of us are staying pretty healthy and taking care of things and doing the right things. So thanks everybody for doing that. Secondly, I'll get a thumbs up from Junior in case you guys on the podcast can't see that. Secondly, I want to note that, oh my God, has it just been stupid busy?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't believe how busy it's been. And you know, we heard earlier that there was. I got to check and see.
Yeah, you better check that.
We're not too hot. That's okay.
And we are recording, right?
Oh yeah, it's big red record button. It was green before. Now it's a big red button and it says record. So it's right there. You guys, it's right there. So there's a big red record button. So you sound really good.
Okay. Hello. Yep.
Yep.
All right.
I sound really good. I'm probably a little hotter than I need to be on this thing, but it's such a.
You're so hot.
I'm so hot. It's a directional mic, so I got to talk right into the mic. Anyway, so where was I at here? I quickly lost my train of thought.
Busy. We're busy.
Oh yeah, so we're just busy. So thanks for the orders. We heard earlier that Traeger might have had a shortage of pellets, and it was going around Facebook. Don't know, but we got pellets. That's all I'm going to say. That's my commercial for the day. Is thank you very much. We have pellets. You can go to our site. Thank you. Pellets. We have pellets. You can go to our site. The best deal are our bulk deals. So look at pellets, premium pellets. Click on that. It'll go to bulk. Look for bulk. 7, 10, or 15 boxes. It'll be individual. It gets bulked as a skid, but it only comes individual. So your UPS guy is gonna not like you because they don't like us a lot. such is life. Look for a local dealer. We always tell everybody, look for a local dealer. Got a new guy. You got a new guy?
Yeah, got a new guy in North Dakota.
There you go.
Bismarck. Smoke and Steel Grills. Josh
over at Smoke and Steel. Hey, Josh. And he'll get pellets when? Pretty soon.
As soon as somebody's knee stops hurting. Just kidding.
Nice.
Yeah, it's getting
nice.
built
You
right
beat
now.
up on that kid,
I
not
will.
me. So Bill's going to get some pellets. And hello to Stefan in Sweden. We have a new distributor in Sweden.
Sweet.
On the eastern shores, right outside of Stockholm.
Awesome.
So his container actually went out this morning. So thank you guys for that. You guys in Stockholm, hey, ramp up, get ready because Cooking Pellets is in there. It's fine. It's just sleeping. It's still recording. So it's our computer. Our computer just went nighty night, and he goes ah.
Yeah.
So the main thing of number 5. Welcome to Cookinpellets Podcast number 5.
Hey.
What we're doing is announcing right now.
No.
We're going to announce our Cookinpellets virtual barbecue competition. Oh my God, I got to tell you, thanks guys. Here's another thank you to you guys. All the entries that came in, it was not actually, we started a little late because we were figuring out, we were fighting over the top 5. And it was a knockdown drag out.
I fought the pellet and the pellet won.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
No, it's awesome.
It's awesome. It was awesome. So,
we accidentally got somebody else in here.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Yeah, two people.
I'm
I'm one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Whoever you are, say hi so I can see if this thing's working right.
Oh, who?
I don't know.
Oh, somebody leave a comment?
Yeah, leave a comment.
Oh, okay.
Live chat.
You guys can leave a comment on live chat. Junior is checking it. This guy right here. Watch. Look at Junior. Ooh.
Anyway. Wrong way.
Yeah, wrong way. Yeah, I'll do it later. Here, wait. Okay. So podcast, we're having fun on the YouTube, and you can't see it. I'm sorry, but that's okay. So thanks to everybody that entered. We fought over the top 5. We are gonna announce it. I'm sorry to tell you. Well, I'm not sorry to tell you. We're gonna announce it.
Got a couple things to go over.
Couple of things to go over, and then we'll talk about the barbecue competition. And we've given away a lot of stuff. I mean, we're giving away like thousands of dollars worth of stuff to people. So first and foremost, we're still in this COVID-19 thing. Okay, I'm starting to call it COVID-19 because I just don't like the virus. The virus.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So and trust me, we're all kind of virused out by now. I have discombobulated. Thank you. I've discombobulated every door handle. So I've taken it. It was a combobulation. It was a mess, and I've discombobulated them or I've sanitized them. So we have a local company that manufactures a lot of cleaning products, and we buy our boiler chemicals from them obviously for the boiler, for the website, for the building. And they have sanitizer, not hand sanitizer, but they have sanitizer for killing. It's a viral, so it actually for coronavirus, it's a germicidal. It's good for hospital, blah blah blah. So every night before I go home, I spray all the door handles, and if you leave them wet, then it turns into a high-end viral.
He's not lying.
So I'm out all over the place, just spraying everything I can get my
disinfected hands on.
My disinfected hands on. So we're doing that, but the point is, please, let's all use common sense. I don't want to keep on rapping on it, but let's everybody wash our hands, use sanitizer. When you can't wash your hands, 6 feet away. How far away are you from me?
6 inches. We got a 6 incher somewhere.
Yeah, hello. I think that's a little too close. I think he's at least this far. Wait, you can't there. Wait, you can see my arm. It's stretched out. He's I don't know.
3 feet.
Yeah, 2.5, whatever. So everybody be safe out there, and please wash your hands. Don't make mom mad. So there, we're done. News?
Common sense is the cure. That was your new saying you came up with.
That is. Common sense is the cure. I'm looking at YouTube. Common sense is the cure. And I'm talking to you people.
I also heard a new saying yesterday. Somebody I was just talking to, and at the end of their goodbye, there was like, "Don't get coughed on." I'm like, okay, that's a good one.
Common sense is the cure, and don't get coughed on. That's awesome. We are going to go over. We have a deal from Xapron, xapron.us. They make really awesome aprons. We're going to go ahead and show it on the YouTube, and you guys podcast will explain it as best we can. I'll give you some theater of the mind.
Theater to mine, old school TV.
Yeah, that's right. Radio.
That's right.
Radio. Well, or a broken TV.
Broken TV.
Any way you want to take it. Anyway, and we might talk about some on open chat with some brining, some wet brining. We have some pellet grill mist tips and tricks coming up. Yeah, nothing heavy into it, but I got a good one for spring coming up. I got a really good one that leads into why you want to do it now and not worry about winter time. And they mesh together. And then we do have a simple recipe, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about the virtual barbecue competition.
Yeah.
God, that was cool. We got a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, there was a lot of really cool entries that are in that. The one entry, I'll chat about the first and second place one. Just went to a lot of work, and I think that's what kind of impressed both of us. Not that the ones that didn't do a lot of work.
No, there was a lot. Yeah,
you guys did an awesome job, but a couple of them stood out. So, but everybody did really, 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 really good. So
beautiful job.
Beautiful job.
Really like how the meat looked. You were doing great with the meat. Very beautiful.
Yeah, they don't know what we're trying to do. We think we're good at it.
We think
we suck. At least we know it.
Tremendous.
So, a little bit of news. The Smoke Fire Grill, Weber's Smoke Fire Grill. And I don't want to keep bringing it up. They've had some issues. But I just found out that they are changing some things. I guess the delivery system is an auger system that dumps into a drop pan.
Yeah, it's kind of neat the way the setup is.
Yeah, and then it goes into the firebox. So nothing goes directly into the firebox. It goes from this level, it drops into the firebox through a drop pan. Well, I guess the drop pan was at a wrong angle. It wasn't angled right. So I guess they've remade the drop pan at a steeper angle so the pellets fall into it steeper.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definite. But I also heard that people are saying that if you use their pellets, you don't have any problems. Well, I'm here to tell you, we talked about this, that their pellets are a little bit smaller. And they make a 4 mil. They have somebody making them a smaller pellet than what's standard in the industry. Why somebody would make a smaller pellet than standard of the industry to throw a wrench into things on a new grill does not make sense to me. It's just not, for me, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But hey, what do I know? They got millions. Yeah. I got a guy across from me with a beard and a mic in his face.
Billy Mays.
Yeah, you got Billy Mays.
OxyClean.
There you go. Now we're gonna have to pay Oxy. No, they're gonna have to pay Oxy.
Yeah, say it again. It's OxyClean. Disinfects everything.
There you go.
Hi, Sean Cook. Thank you for stopping in and checking us out finally. And you figured it out, or I figured it out, or we figured it out. Something like that. But hey, Sean Cook.
Sean's on the chat over.
Very great customer in Canada.
And he's a good Canadian customer, or hey,
There's a lot of sharing of stuff.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah. Someday we'll get stuff.
Oh, he's the guy that's always on Facebook too. A lot of guys on Facebook, but Sean just posts a lot. So hey, shout out to everybody on Facebook. You too, Sean.
Yeah. And just FYI, today our Facebook is broken somehow. I am been all morning trying to figure it out. I've been with tech support, and something's not right. And I think personally, it's something to do with Facebook because I went through all the pages and they changed something.
Well, and that Facebook. We love to hate Facebook.
It's working on my phone, but I don't know how to do interaction too much with my phone.
Right. Facebook occasionally is Facebook.
Yes.
Anyway.
So just to let everybody know, all the comments you left today, we're not ignoring you. We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Which were a lot.
Yeah. So the smoke fire thing, they've got issues. And I got to tell you, augers are made to go through pellets. And I don't mean to use them. I mean, if they get in the middle of something, it'll crush through that. So they're having an issue with other pellets. They shouldn't. There's no reason. That auger should blow through any kind of pellet. I mean, it's powerful enough. It's geared in the way that it should. If they made it so it's not geared correctly, shame on them for not checking. But there's no reason in the world why that machine will not go through a 6 mil or a 4 mil pellet, which is the one that they are getting made, which why is who knows. But I'm here to tell you, I think that's bad. I just don't think that's good.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion.
It looks like a really good machine. And
the machine overall, like all machines are good, but they gotta, they should have drove that thing a couple thousand miles.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done. But
the biggest problem with that was the flare-ups.
It was grease flare-up.
Yeah.
There was some issues. And I'm done. I'm not, just so you know, I've touched on it too many times over 5 lousy podcasts. Number 5 I've touched on it too many times. I'm done. I'm not touching on it anymore. You guys want to, chime in, be my guest, but I'm not chiming in anymore.
It's not going to stop. You need a diffuser. You need a drip pan, period.
Yeah, there's stuff you need.
Yep.
But, and really there's no other stuff going on in the world of pellets. We're actually working on a couple of things. We're working on 2 pellets, but I can't say what they are.
No.
So I dangle the hook, and it's got a little worm, but we'll add more fat to it.
Yep.
But
we started the year out with, actually, mid-fall of last year, we started with 5, and we're down to 2 because of just the quality of the product out there is not as easy as people think it is to get.
Yeah. Well, so right now, we got our black cherry back in stock.
Yep.
We were out of that for a bit, and it was just wood issues, and really it got wet and cold, and then wet again, and that turns into mud. And sometimes we just can't get into the fields to pull, or into the forest to pull, because you just get things stuck, and it's just not cost effective. And now we have a shortage of apple mash it's going back to COVID. With the guy that we get our mash from, because we make our apple mash with actual mash, like from cider, and they're off. So they're actually closed. So they're ramping back up. I think they're opening up in another week, but now it's put us off because we've gone through all our stock. Anyway, so we're working on a couple. Amazon has stock of most stuff. Our dealers, have stock of most stuff. So check with them, but there might be a little bump in things. And you'll see it more on our site first than anywhere else. Anything else in news? Anything else you think you can talk about? Keep the letters coming, and
I got an email this morning from one of our dealers, and it showed a Traeger press that makes its own pellets, and it's tabletop. And we haven't got I sent you the email, and
I've seen it.
You have?
Yes.
Like in depth? Were you able to investigate it?
100%.
Okay, so what's your take on that? Because I did not get to investigate it or look into it yet. So what is your take? I know that from everything I know.
Listen, I'm gonna rake Junior over the coals here just for a second. Everybody, nobody answer all at the same time. Answer in your heads. I'm gonna ask Junior, and I'm gonna ask him to answer out loud. Do you know what April 1st is? Do you know when that?
Well, they're a day late.
No, it was released.
Was it
yesterday?
Well, that'll make more sense to me. Yeah.
So that's why.
It
was in April. Traeger came out. Actually, it was pretty cool. Traeger came out with this do-it-yourself pellet maker, and it looks like an orange juice press. You put a log on top, and then you pull it down, and it pushes pellets out. Fat Jansen.
Well, it was April Fool's.
It did not come in today. So it was midday yesterday.
Okay. All right.
And you missed it.
I didn't see it. No. And when I saw the picture of it this morning, I'm like, there's no way in hell this could be happening. This can't be real.
No, it's not. So it was April Fool's. So, and we generally don't do April Fool's around here. We don't do it. Hey, you know what I did?
You know why?
Well, because we're all idiots.
Because we can never remember the days anyway.
That's all right. What day is it today?
Yeah.
So it really, we're over the news, and what I wanted to touch on. So it's like, we're just, we're always in open progress of what we do. I mean, usually we talk about, tips and tricks, and we'll get into something, and sometimes we talk about open talk, which we do for the first 10 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
But and I don't know if we should hold this off until later on, where we're going to talk about the X apron, and we can do it now. You know what? Let's do a trick or a tip and trick. It's actually
do a trick.
Well, it's actually a tip. It's a pellet grill tip. So we haven't talked about welding blankets. I've tried a welding blanket. I know people out there. One of our guys that is actually one of the top winners uses a welding blanket when it's really cold out. Obviously, he's in the cold part of the country, as we are. But
and just so you know, a lot of people use them that entered the contest, so you can't kind of think you can sort them out through that.
Yeah, no. And then a lot of people did enter the contest with welding blankets. But so my take on a welding blanket is, I tried a welding blanket. I bought a cheap one and I burned it because it was a cheap one. So the only thing I'll tell you guys is, be careful using them, because you can, and I've seen it happen. I almost did it. You can overheat your grill if you walk away from it. So note to self, it's not a tip or a trick. It's more of information. Be careful if you use a welding blanket, because you could definitely overcook that thing and just trash it. I saw some guy, the lid of his grill actually torqued out of whack because he overheated it. But
don't grab the handle barehanded.
Yeah, no, don't do that, because you get like burns like this guy did over here.
Yeah, that's me. Hi, Frank Altman from All Nut Outdoors, a new customer of ours, and one of our entries actually. So hello, Frank. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Frank.
And how's it going, eh? I got that one, Sean. I got it, eh?
And then, so almost everybody has a grease bucket on their grill. So what I do, I usually do it in fall, but I'm going to tell you guys, do it now, then you won't forget about it when it's nasty cold outside. That grease bucket, most people will buy one of those like once a year, because water gets in the seams, busts it apart, and then you got crap all over your patio porch, grease in the garage, whatever.
Dogs trying to lick it up.
Yeah. So what I've done is, usually, now I bought a new one because I'm an idiot, and I went ahead and I didn't do it correctly. I bought a new one. I then took the oldest container of silicone I could find that was ready to get trashed, and I got enough silicone out of it, and I sealed the inside bottom and the seam on both sides, outside and inside. And I did it last year, and it went all winter. It's perfect. Nothing busted, nothing opened up. You're going to, everybody has silicone in their house somewhere that they haven't used up. So go outside, clean it out really good, and then seal it up on inside and outside, and it won't ever get full of ice and then end up splitting the seams.
That's awesome tip.
So,
but funnily, that is the truth. We all have, no matter what happens on this earth, we'll all have a tube of silicone somewhere.
Everybody has an extra tube of silicone. When we all die, they're going to come down. The Martians are going to come down and go in everybody's garage, and everybody's going to have a tube of silicone.
They're going to be like, "What were these people doing?
What in the hell is going on?" And there you go. That's all I got for that. No more myths, tips, tricks. So on the open chat end, so we're gonna chat a little bit. We're gonna bounce back and forth. So last week we didn't get to this. We were gonna get to this about brining, okay? And the reason I want to talk about it is I've done it both ways. I don't know if you have. And there's two ways, and I didn't realize it until I read about it, that you can dry brine. And most people know about wet brining.
Yeah.
But, and I don't know, you've done wet brining.
Yeah.
And?
Minimal. Good. It's good. But.
It's good.
Yeah. You could definitely tell a huge difference.
Yeah. And well, it depends on what you brine. So what did you brine?
Salt, chicken.
Chicken.
Yep.
Okay. I've done
bucket full of chicken breasts.
really.
Yes.
And so tell me about it. What did you do?
Salt. Just use that coarse. I use coarse sea salt,
Okay.
and I put a little lemon juice in there.
Really?
Yeah.
And why the lemon juice?
Just to give the little lemon flavor. Because when I cook fish or smoke fish, I'll take the lemon peel itself. I'll cut a lemon, and I will put the lemon right on top of the fish.
Really?
Yes. Little cayenne pepper, lemon, butter. That's all you need.
You heard it
Cayenne pepper, lemon, butter.
That's it.
Best fish you ever have. Beautiful. Right out of Florida Sea or Junior's backyard. Very good.
There you go. and
I'm working on it.
And he's working on it, yeah. So 3 ingredients fish. That's awesome. So did you have lemon flavor on the chicken when you did it?
Yeah, there was a lime juice I used.
Oh, lime juice. Now
lemon
we
is
changed
for
it
the
up. All right,
fish.
you're
I'm
fired.
sorry,
You're
guys.
not getting it straight.
All right, I'm out of here. Sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So lime. So you put some how many pounds or how many chicken breasts did you end up doing?
I did 10 pounds of chicken breast, and I thought it was a teaspoon per pound, but I'm not sure.
That sounds about right.
So
here, I'll tell you, don't worry about our recipe.
I left my notes in the office.
Yeah, I know, and I was just thinking about it, and I didn't write it down here. So normally, just go on Google. Go on Google. I mean, there's a lot of salt when you brine. I did a turkey once, and it was pretty good. I mean, you could you can tell the difference. I have done steak, and I dry brined steak also. That was really different. So dry brining is where you take salt and you cover something 100% with it for a period of time. And there's a bunch of different ways. I can get into a zillion different ways to do it, but I don't want to do that because I mean, Google's going to kick my ass on ways. So,
but it's usually only about 45 minutes to an hour on most of the dry brines.
Is it?
That I've read, yeah.
See, and I did one overnight, but it was like a big chunk of meat.
Well, yeah, that's different. This is just on a half-pound steak, an inch
okay,
thick steak.
Okay, that makes sense. And I haven't done it on small stuff yet. So this is what I'm going to do next. I am going to dry brine. I'm going to make a salt cap, and I'm going to make a roast, and I'm going to cold smoke it first for a couple hours, like at about 180. Not cold smoke, but I'm going to lightly smoke it at 180 for a couple hours, and then I'm going to put sea salt over it. And I'm going to just spray it, because if you spray it and put sea salt and spray it, it'll kind of pack and make a cake. It'll just kind of pack in. And I'm going to cover the whole thing with salt. And then I'm going to leave it in the smoker and let it cook. And I have, which we'll talk about next week, I have these new thermometers that you just leave in the meat.
Can't wait to get on them.
They're very cool. Anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and just leave it, just cook until it's done, but I'll use a smoker instead of being inside the house. But I'm going to do that way and see how it works out. And sooner or later, so we had one guy, and on this note, we had one guy say, well, why don't you guys cook while you're doing this? Well, because we're not set in the building where we have somewhere, that we can have a camera, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. So
we're going to go ahead and show something that we're going to put on the grill and then end up in here and then pull it off when we're done. But so anyway, so dry brine. I'm gonna do one that's just a dry brine, something smaller, because I haven't done that yet, and I didn't know that. So I'm gonna dry brine some stuff, and they use seasoning and stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
So you can still use seasoning, but then you just pack it with salt all the way around, right?
And one of the biggest misconceptions, which it's not misconception, it's true, but it's true when you're cooking, that the salt draws out the moisture of the meat. But when you're dry brining, it actually infuses the meat, and it keeps the moisture locked in. Don't ask me how. I don't know. But that's what I read.
But there you go.
And biggest tip when you're doing that is when you're done, make sure you wash all the salt off.
Yeah, now I saw that when I was reading stuff. The first time I did not do that, and I hadn't done it for a while, and that piece of meat went down. not good. But before I redid it again, I was reading some other stuff, and it's like, oh, okay. Then you do have to rinse it, because if you don't, you're gonna ruin it. And it is very salty, but it's not salty when it's very good. It's one of those things you guys got to try. But it's just something different again. And you don't need a pellet grill, but it just finishes off a lot better, obviously.
Yeah.
The wet brine. So I'm looking to do a wet brine, and I want to do it on a roast again, and a big chunk of meat, and leave it for like days. Like, put it in a big bag, a vacuum bag, draw it out, draw a vacuum off the bag and seal it up as best, something that's bigger than a regular vacuum bag. But I'm trying to think of, some way that I can put it in a big container so I can get like a big 3-pound roast. I just don't have vacuum bags that big. And I know I could probably get one. And if I made the vacuum bag long enough, I could stick it in the end until it gets flat, and then put the salt solution in there and just leave it under vacuum, because then I'm drawing out the air and it's getting replaced with the salt solution.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think I'm going to try that next in a vacuum, because I've never tried brining with a vacuum.
Oh, I think that's going to turn out good. I believe it or not, I think a lot of fast food places and like mediocre sit down places that get delivery from restaurant quality food sources.
Yeah.
They come prepackaged like it. They already come prepackaged wet brine, a lot of them.
Oh yeah. And
that's why you go and get a chicken breast somewhere, like, it's the best chicken breast I ever had.
Yeah.
It's because this is sitting in salt.
Yeah. And actually, when they processed, I've watched only because you say it. I remember watching, I think it was an Amazon show or something, and we watched, and when they process and package, they go ahead and they put 1 million little skewers into it, and they like inject it and then pull it out, and it gets packaged.
Yep.
So I know my butcher does not do that, which is probably why I don't but I don't buy turkey. I generally buy a turkey from my butcher, because when you buy nothing wrong with prepackaged turkey, but they're usually pretty full of brine.
Yeah.
And I personally don't like that. I like, playing with it and screwing it up myself. So, which I generally do. So wet brine, dry brine, you guys give it a try, figure out what you're going to do with it. There was, you know what else? And I didn't write it down, sous vide.
I was just going to touch on that. Yes.
So for those that don't know what sous vide cooking is, have you used it?
No.
I'm a loser.
Great guy. Got me this nice sous vide cooker. I haven't used it yet, but once every 2 nights I watch a guy on YouTube that is all he does.
He's a sous vide guy.
Yes.
Is he Asian?
Yes, kind of. Yep.
Yeah. So I just ran into the same guy. So sous vide, for you the guys that don't know, and I'm sure you all do, but I have to explain. It's sous vide is taking something, I don't care what it is, something, and putting it in a vacuum bag, vacuum it, and then put it in hot water. But then having that hot water stay at a certain degree so it doesn't overcook. If it's vacuum sealed, it will not overcook. Case in point, the first time I sous vide something, I took some very good tenderloin and I seasoned it all in there, vacuumed it, and then I put it in 140-degree water for 4 hours. Most people would go, 4 hours? You beat the hell out of that thing. Came out a tennis ball. No, it did not. It came out perfect. I mean, it's unbelievable. If you guys have never tried this, and look, there's cheaper toys out there now. When I first started playing with this, like 5 years ago, you couldn't find a cheap sous vide device. But what it does is it circulates the water. It goes in a pot, circulates the water, and keeps it at a set temperature. So when it's in a vacuum state, it will only get as high as the temperature that's surrounding it. So if the water surrounding it's 140 degrees, that steak's 140 degrees. And I got to tell you, it is the butteriest. It is so, oh my God. It finishes so different because I think it works so well and does what it does. because whatever connective tissues are in a nice piece of tenderloin just get melded into, it just gets more flavor because it's all within itself for so long.
So take me back to the process before you vacuum sealed it. Did you put any seasonings, butter, or anything in?
I put no butter. I did put seasoning on it though.
Okay.
And then
just like you were just seasoning it?
Just like I season it regular.
Okay.
And then I put it in a bag. Is that you going on?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. People are commenting, obviously.
No, calls.
Okay. So I put it in a bag and seasoned it and put it in a bag. And I mean buttery as in like feel. It was smooth. It cut nice. It was just awesome. I've done it with pork chops. I've done it with, my wife's like, that thing's going to be just a rubbery mess when you take it out. And she took a bite and she was like, oh, she couldn't believe it. And she loves rare steak. And I did it at 140 purposely so it wouldn't overcook for her. And oh my God.
So did you pull it right out of the bag and eat it?
Right out of the bag and eat it. And I ate it. Now, since then, I have cold smoked and gotten some smoke flavor onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, and you can get heavy smoke or light smoke. When you cold smoke meat, it takes on. Now, I touched on, I used to do steaks for my father-in-law, and I would cold smoke them for about an hour and a half, and then throw them on the grill. Well, so the tenderloin, I cold smoke for about 30 minutes. And I make sure that grill is smoky, full of stuff before I do. And I use like an Amazing Smoker or my go-to Teflon ball or aluminum ball. I'm sorry, about a half a pound of pellets and a ball of aluminum foil, and then a heat source underneath it. And if you can get that lit and going, it'll smoke forever. Anyway, so whatever way you have to make smoke, Amazing Smoker is probably the best, or a facsimile thereof. And then I just make sure that grill is really smoky, and I smoke it for about 30, 40 minutes.
Nice.
And then season it and then put it in the bag. And oh my God, sous vide. So eggs the other day. So I love eggs. I love soft boiled. I love hard boiled. I love eggs. I love quail eggs on my steak when I go eat. I love eggs. So yeah, so I didn't do it. I just didn't have time, but I'm sous videing some eggs, and I'm going to do them. Yeah. Now you think, why would you sous vide? No, I'm going to sous vide eggs, and there's a certain temperature. It's around 147 to 150 degrees where you can sous vide an egg, and you can leave it forever. And the whites will get white, but you end up making that yolk creamy, kind of custardy like, and that's like a soft boiled egg for me. When I grew up, my mom used to make me soft boiled egg, a couple soft boiled eggs in a cup, some butter, and then you mix it up. Well, I just take some toast, salt, and pepper, done. I'm done.
There are a lot of health benefits to that too, believe it or not.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yes.
So, well, if you eat 50 at a time, it isn't. But
no, the composition changes of the egg. If you cook it so much, you take a lot of the vitamins out.
Really?
Yeah. So if you do sunny side up or a little more runnier, you get a better vitamin composition out of the egg.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
So I learned. Yeah,
he's like, I don't care.
Yeah, well, I do care, but we're not here talking vitamin story. It's not vitamin story time. But very good. But on that point, you have to use very fresh eggs to get the best benefit from it.
Okay.
Or best taste. So the best way to check your eggs to see if they're fresh is you get a glass of water and you put the egg in it. And if the egg stands up end to end, it's extremely fresh. If that egg floats sideways a little bit and starts sinking, it's so-so. And if it goes to the bottom of the glass, it's kind of past its prime.
Really?
So, yes. So I don't know why, but that's, but that's, and again, I read. So that's what I learned. But
I'm doing it, right?
But I guess, everybody's going to get their eggs out and get a glass of water and see how fresh they are. But I'll tell you that you can taste the difference between a fresh egg that stands up and one that, is a week old, most definitely. And we don't have anybody around us. There was a guy down the street from us that used to have farm eggs, and he doesn't anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
It was right down on 31 or 32.
Yeah. And I just haven't seen it out. I don't know if it's because of COVID and all this other stuff or what's going on, but I'm waiting because they're just the fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh eggs are awesome. So, but I am going to sous vide it, and I want to get to the point where I get more custardy. That yolk gets custardy, and it's still runny, but anyway. So sous videing is super awesome. If you haven't done, look into it, because it's anything you put in it, it just takes it to the next step. You can. I saw a guy sous vide ice cream. Yeah, so he made a base, an ice cream base. He then whipped it, because it's an egg base. It was more of a custardy egg base, and with eggs, if you make it, turns into custard. If you make ice cream with eggs, it's custard. So he put eggs in it, and then he ended up, check it if you want. He ended up turning it and making it, and then in the sous vide, and he cooked it. But then he took it out and he put it in between two bricks of ice and got it cold. And he left it there until it got ice cold. And then he served it with chocolate on the side. And this fluffy stuff didn't cook out like eggs. It was still fluffy because it was like whipped, but then it turned icy creamy. It was really cool. I gotta find the video of YouTube. It was really cool.
Huh.
But I would love to try that. So, but sous videing, and now that we're all kind of home more, I'm kind of getting back into sous videing more, because
it's what I'm doing. I got a list together.
Stop! You're not gonna do it. Sous videing.
No, I got a list together when we finally get quarantined. We can't leave. And then I'll start doing stuff. Chad's here. Hi, Chad.
Hey, Chad. What up, Chad?
We're backtracking a little because he's talking about brining. He said, take a frozen turkey, brine it as it thaws.
Oh.
And it comes out very good.
Oh, nice tip, Chad.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thaws and brines at the same time.
Thaws and brines. Can I have that scissors, please? Be careful with those.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. These are... So we have...
These are...
Oh, you know what? We shouldn't do this, because we're also giving this stuff away. No, we can do this, because we haven't gotten it in yet. So this is a pair of stinking scissors right here. Thank you, sir. So these...
Hello, Canadian Smokesman.
So hey, Canadian Spokesman. So I'm gonna move on to a little bit of I got a hunger for some beef jerky.
I got a fever.
I got a fever for some beef jerky.
I need more cowbell.
You did that one good. So we're doing some jerky. This is the gold. This is the garlic rush from Frank's Fine Swine and Beef. Frank's Fine Swine and Beef at franksfineswineandbeef.com. Frank's Fine Swine. I want to make sure franksfineswineandbeef.com in Bridgeport, Pennsylvania. So I'll tell you why we're doing this. Would you like a piece?
Sure.
Okay, there you go.
There's a small piece.
So, oh my God, that smells good. So this is beef. He does beef and pork.
Beef.
And
it's what's for supper, eh?
Oh my God.
Garlic.
Oh,
good.
Yeah. You chew a little bit, and it'll hit.
Yeah,
I'm not going to apologize for eating during the podcast. Okay, taste the garlic now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Very good.
Wow. Hey, Frank. Thanks, man. So...
They got a ton of flavors.
Yeah, they do. So these guys... So this is why we're showcasing them. They use our pellets to smoke all their food with. And they have for years. And I'm like, hey, Frank, send it. And he sent us some, like 2 years ago. He sent it. Do you remember that? Did you get some of that? Maybe it was just before you climbed on board, but a couple, 2.5 years ago. Need a haircut?
Yes,
you look like you do.
Yeah.
I can do this.
All right.
Look at it. $10. Anybody will start doing a bid.
Oh, hell no.
I'll cut your hair. Yeah, and then we'll give it to charity.
There you go. Might be on charity.
Yeah, I'll say. All right. So Frank, he sent us some beef, and then he didn't have all these flavors. So I went ahead and I'm talking to Julie, and she was on the phone. Oh, okay, Frank, no problem. I said, is that Frank? Frank's trying. Yeah. I said, have Frank, send us something so we can see what he's got. Well, and we ended up going to the website, and he's got and the website. We went to the website.
Frank'sFineSwine.com.
No.
Frank's Fine Swine and Beef.
Yeah, there you go.
.com.
There you go. So I go to the website, and like he's got tons of stuff. And I know this sounds like a commercial, but it's just good. And I'm kicking it because it's a hometown business. These guys are small.
Yep.
And they're not nationwide. You can go online and order this stuff. He's got teriyaki chicken, tempting teriyaki, which is a little sweeter. It's beef. He's got jerk jack, sweet marinated with Tennessee whiskey. He's got a garlic rush, which we're chewing on right now, which I got to tell you, I'm good and getting in the way of my syllables here. He's got hot teriyaki, a Jamaican jerk, and a Jamaican chicken. And he uses our pellets.
Jamaican jerk is my favorite.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah. And you tried them all,
Yeah.
didn't you? Yeah, I gave him a trial box. So just so you guys know, in the next couple of podcasts, we're going to give away sample packs. And let me tell you, it ain't cheap. This is what we do for you people.
Yeah.
So, but we're not doing it today. So, but I just wanted to touch on this. We'll touch on Frank stuff again. I gotta have another piece. We'll touch on Frank stuff again. But damn, that's good. Anyway, thanks, Frank, for sending the stuff. And so I think I don't know about next podcast, maybe podcast 7. We'll go ahead and we'll get you guys to chime in, watch live. We'll figure out a way to give it away. But we'll give away like 5 sample boxes, and they're like 2-ounce samplers. They're like, and I got some out of here, but they're like this big.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a lot in here for 2 ounces of beef jerky. That's a lot. I mean, this is probably a $10 bag of beef jerky. So, and you're going to get a sampler box with like 6 or 7 of these in it. So there's a lot in the box. Anyway, so I digress and move on. What else did I want? Yeah, I'm gonna get that. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, so I'm doing the Hearth Patio Barbecue show a couple weeks ago down in New Orleans, which thank God I got Nolans. Glad I got out of there quick.
Yeah, I was supposed to go. I ended up in a hospital, but I guess that was a blessing.
Yeah. And how are you right now?
I'm still fat. Thank you.
No, okay. So I guess that the liposuction didn't work.
No. I was eating. They kept feeding me Frank's Fine Swine and Beef while I was trying to get lipo.
.com. So I was at. Thank you. I have a picture in my head now. So I was at the Hearth Patio Barbecue show. I know this is rude to chew and talk, but God bless it, is that good.
Mm-hmm.
And I met a guy, his name's Gerben. And Gerben, yeah, everybody has an apron at home. And I touched on this before. This guy, I use an apron, okay? I use an apron because I'm a messy pile when I cook. So I wipe, or I use a cooking pellet shirt, depending on what I'm cooking on. So Gerben had really nice aprons. So I said, hey, Gerben, we're doing a silly podcast. And
yeah, but you said in Billy, I thought you did Bill Murray. So I was talking Gerben. So, hey, Gerben.
Talking to Gerben there. So I went ahead. I'm going to get hold on a sec. I'm going to get
this thing's really neat because it smells very authentic.
It smells like leather.
Yeah. Well,
it's
I want to let you say that, but yeah, you can smell it.
It's leather.
You can smell it.
You can smell it.
You can smell
so I don't know how far back I don't think I can get far enough back to really showcase this thing. But he's got a bunch of different colors and styles, but this is
put it on. There you go.
One basic.
Walk the runway.
There you go. Yeah, there you go, baby.
Too sexy for my apron.
Yeah.
My apron.
So anyway, it goes. You can't see it. I don't want to touch the camera because then we'll spend the rest of the day trying to figure out the camera. But so it's a pretty thick leather strap. It's got a side strap to keep you up. Here's the point. God, I love that smell. The point is that it's a nice piece. This thing will last you forever. And Gerben says, and I, I don't want you, to think you're going to be watching us. Hold on. I don't want you to think you're going to be watching us and all we're going to be doing is pushing products. That's not it. But I'm giving you guys deals here and there. And it's only after we do shows is where this really comes into effect.
Yeah. Well, it helps us talk too.
Yeah. And it's a product, and I use it. I'll use that at home. I haven't yet because I didn't want to get it dirty before I showed it. But I'll use it, or here I'll use it. Either one. Point is, Gerben was kind enough to go ahead and say, hey, if you got guys out there that are interested, have them go to the website. It's Xapron, XAPRON.US. Don't go to .com. That's actually the European guy that his partner, because Gerben is actually from Norway. Excuse me, but he's here in the States. So his website is Xapron.us. And if you put in pellet 20, you get a 20% off plus free shipping if you buy some.
Nice.
So, and he did that for our listeners and stuff. So for what it's worth, there you go. But it's a really nice apron. So if you guys are looking to kind of dress out a little bit, I usually really wear my stuff more when, nicer, cleaner aprons when I have people over and I do the massive cook because I want to look like a chef.
A chef.
But
and I do believe you said he could customize them too, right?
Yeah. He can put names on it. He can stamp them. He does some pretty cool stuff. But he's got like these little knife holders. He's got a bunch of crap on the website. It's very cool. So know what?
Good crap.
Good crap. Yeah, I mean that with all the love I can.
Yeah, I assure you.
Oh my God. It's and what do we sell? Well, pellet crap. We got crap on our website too. Pellet crap on our website.
Yeah, it's pretty fun explaining to people when they say, "What do you do for a living?" I sell wood pellets. They look at me like, "What?
What?"
I sell wood pellets and pellet accessories.
Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
So there you go. Now we have people just waiting to hear about me chewing up some more of this. No, I'm kidding. We have people just waiting to hear. I'm shuffling the papers. I'm getting them all set.
Do we have a drum roll thing on our podcast, our Roadmaster here?
No, we don't. I screwed up. We don't have a drum roll. Yeah. So I'll tell you, we're only going to talk about first, second, and third place because we really don't have the time to talk. Yeah, that's me buzzing. Sorry, people. We don't have time to cover all 10 people. I will say thank you very much to everybody. They were awesome. Thank you for your work. Junior did all the compiling and putting everything together, which in its own was a task.
Yes.
Look at these weathered. Oh my God. You going back in the hospital? More liposuction.
I told him the other day, I said, do you realize how much you're actually making me work?
Well, this isn't a free ride here, Kelly.
I'm supposed to just be a beautiful face here. I sweating, working
for radio.
Yeah, hey. Nice hat. Looks good on you, though, huh?
Yeah. So long and short, a lot of people. We're just going to cover the top 3. Okay. Right? We were going to cover the top 3.
Top 3. Starting at number 3.
All right. Hold on. No, hold on.
Or not.
No, but do you have both of them?
No.
Yeah, I know. I lost one of them. Hold on, people. We're making you wait.
I got 3.
Wait, you got people commenting on there? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Nope. Still got our whole 5 viewers. Thank you very much.
Hey, there you go. Maybe we got 1 or 2 listening, maybe. So, do you want to announce them?
No, go ahead.
So I'll tell you, the first place winner gets 15 bags of pellets. Second place gets 10 bags. Third place, and I'm going over this so you guys understand. Third place gets 7 bags of pellets. Fourth place gets 5. Fifth place gets third. And then sixth place.
3 pellets. 3 bags of pellets.
3. What did I say?
Third.
Yeah. Oh.
Fifth, third.
Sorry.
Fifth place gets
fifth
3 bags.
Place gets 3 bags. And then 6th through 10th gets a swag bag. It's just got stuff in it. It's got cooking pellet stuff in it. It's, it's a pretty good, it's probably a $25 swag bag. I mean, it's, it's cool. So, if somebody's got to end up in first, don't be, judgmental if you didn't end up in first. It just, this is the first one for us. So, and we're going to do it more. I guarantee it. We're going to do this more. We're just trying to figure out the best way to do it. Now that we did it the first time, we really appreciate everybody that helped with it and that gave us their input. It was awesome. So, but no further ado, I will start off with our third place is actually a husband and wife team. And I'll tell you why I did this. Why we agreed to it. We were going to grade them separately, and both of us graded separate. And we both came back and said they both did the same amount of work. They both did kind of that same group amount of stuff. So we wanted to do it separately, but we couldn't. We did it as a husband and wife team, as a team. We did it together, and I'm not sure if that's how they wanted it. I think that's how we figured they might have wanted it.
Well, it's better that way because that way, yeah, you're right. It's just how we had to do it.
Yeah. So we did it as a team. I'm sorry if you guys don't agree with it, but you came in third place.
Yeah.
So stop your belly aching, and you get 7 boxes of pellets, and it's not costing you a dime. So what do you care, right? 7 boxes, right?
7?
Is that what it is? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, 7.
7.
Yeah, there
3
you
to
go.
7.
7 boxes of pellets, and then
7.
we'll throw in other stuff because we always do. Because I can never say no.
Yeah. Don't worry.
So that was Mary and Matt Jaden, and I'll start with Matt, and I'll finish with Mary. Matt made this brine pork, and took a bunch of hours to brine it, and we just touched on brining. Then he took a cream cheese mixture, spread it all over it. I think he cut it in half, spread his cream cheese mixture all over, rolled it up in butcher twine, then seasoned it with a Jack Daniel's pork rub, and then wrapped it in bacon, put it on his Green Mountain Jim Boy at 225 until he hit a 145 internal. And he also made some jalapeno poppers and buffalo chicken dip, also wrapped in bacon. He used our perfect mix, and he says he loves the perfect mix. And dang it, at third place, you should love it. Damn it. But his pictures were great. Followed the directions. He's got his pretty mug in there. Oh my God, your mother must love you. And I kid. And did a really good job. So it looked really good, looked really tasty, looked like, he put some work into it. Not that anybody else didn't, but we just kind of liked how it all came together.
Yeah.
His wife, Mary, actually, she was the big winner. We're just giving him the brush here just to make him feel good. But, so Mary, Jaden, she went ahead and she did some Cajun shrimp with asparagus. I love shrimp on the grill. And it's
on the bobby.
So I love shrimp on the grill, and I'm always looking for something different to do with it. And I'm not a big Cajun guy, but after reading this, I'm probably going to end up doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love asparagus. I'm the only one in the family that loves asparagus, at least in the household.
Oh, grilled asparagus.
I love asparagus. My sister-in-law loves asparagus, so whenever she comes over, we make sure I burn some for her too. But she did a lot of seasoning with paprika, garlic, thyme, oregano, and cayenne pepper for the shrimp, and the asparagus is olive oil, salt and pepper, a little garlic powder, and cooked at 225, and put the shrimp on sear grates. And I could see why she would do that, because I don't have sear grates, but the shrimp cooked pretty quick, and the asparagus would go on first. I assume she did, and she said the shrimp took about 30 minutes. You want to keep it off the heat, and the asparagus pulled off later. But man, it looks awesome in the pictures, and all her seasonings and everything look good. She's got a pretty happy, smiley face.
Very smiley, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys will see all this. We'll post it on Facebook. I'm not sure when, over the next couple of 3-4 days.
Yeah, as soon as we figure out what's going on.
Yeah, and now that Facebook's having an issue. So congrats to those guys. They did a really, really good job. Second place, this guy's got a mug only a lover of mothers could have. Chad Diedrich came in second here.
Mr. Pineapple.
Mr. Pineapple, he's going to be called from now on. And his head kind of looks like a pineapple. Look at that picture. Yeah. So Mr. Pineapple won second place here, Mr. Diedrich. And Chad watches us on YouTube.
Yeah.
He was on earlier. Hey, Chad, congrats on that. He did a Hawaiian pizza pork loin. And I got to tell you, I tried saying that 3 times earlier and I swore once. But he did some salt and pepper, Italian seasonings, thyme. He layered in some pizza sauce, strips of pineapple, mozzarella cheese, folded, then stripped again. I mean, this guy, he did. I'm only pissed off because we didn't get to taste this.
Yeah, that's
because it's like, now, Chad, I'm here to tell you, if you want your pellets, now you got to bring your ass down here to get them. Because with this,
yes,
I don't care to see you, but you got to bring them. You got to bring some. Anyway, Chad, you got yourself 10 boxes or 10 bags of pellets, and he finished it off. He coated it with more pizza sauce. I mean, this guy, between the pizza sauce, and then he wrapped it with bacon. Holy molies! Anyway,
bacon.
He cooked it at 275 until the internal was at about 170. Used our 100% hickory, and I think he's got a little bit. He needed to wipe his chin because he's drooling there.
He's drooling. Yeah,
it looks like it. Anyway, awesome job. I said he cooked it on his Smokin' Brothers grill, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So good job there, Chad. And last but not least, so we were back and forth on. It was between Chad and this guy, and we couldn't figure it out. And it was like, okay, so this guy put in as much work as everybody else did, but he just did a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He did a bunch, and he didn't win because he did a bunch. I just like the stuff that he did, and everything looked really good. And we got a bunch of other pictures that didn't get on. And so long and short, he did a lot of things. He did and I'll cover it quick because we're up to an hour here, but he did 3.5 pounds of bacon wrapped meatloaf in itself, which I'm here to tell you, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to figure out a way, and I'm going to make my meatloaf. And I'm going to make it with a group of you guys that are listening to us live. And we're going to do it on a Zoom conference call. We're going to do it somehow. We're going to set up the studio back up at the house, and I'm going to cook and do a full meatloaf. We're going to do 2. One's going to be on the grill. I'm going to show you how to prepare it. And we're working on that, so you guys know. So if you guys want to be a part of that, we'll also put out something about, sending the stuff on Facebook. But there's going to be a limited number of people that'll be able to join in. It'll be kind of like a class. It'll be a barbecue class, but a meatloaf class.
Yeah, and if you don't know what Zoom is, just think about you can invite up to so many people on it. But what's going to happen is you're all going to be in little squares, just like the Brady Bunch. So if we invite 10 people, there'll be 10 people, 10 squares on the computer.
Yeah, that I'll be able to see, and we can converse back and forth in a group.
Like a conference call.
But it'll be video, and we can chat and talk with everybody.
Nosh,
like I'm doing right now. So, Mr. Garnett Tuman.
Garrett.
Oh, I'm sorry, Garrett. I'll put my glasses on next time.
Sorry, Garrett.
Garnett.
Garnett.
There's no N in the name either. What a loop. What a Fruit Loop. Garnett. No, it's not Garnett. It's Garrett. I'm just going to chew it up and spit it out a couple times. Garrett, I'm sorry. Garrett Tuman came in first place. He made this bacon wrapped meatloaf. He made glazed ribs. He made mac and cheese. He made a chicken.
Spatchcock, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he rosemary, some pellets, chicken breast. No, I don't think he spatchcocked it. And I don't know if you guys have tried spatchcock chicken. It's awesome. In fact, there's a video on the YouTube here. If you dig through it, me and Gilbert are doing a spatchcock chicken because he had never done one, so I showed him how to do it on one of the videos. But anyway, Garrett did an awesome job. Garrett, I'm just giving you a hard time on your name, but Garrett, you did an awesome job with everything. It looks good. All the shots you took were great. You followed directions. We appreciate that. You did a bunch of different things. And again, all this will be posted. You got yourself 15 bags of pellets. I wish I had fanfare music and dancing women, and just close your mind and give you the theater of the mind here and think about just exactly that
Yeah.
great celebration.
Great celebration.
Go drink, all the things shooting off and women coming up with a giant cup and get a glass
Cheers
of milk
to
and
Garrett.
drink it. There you
First
go.
place.
Cheers, Garrett. So great job. Thanks everybody for doing the virtual barbecue competition. I don't know if you have anything to add.
Well, Chad's preparing his second place speech right now as we talk.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's already on the way with
I'm sure he is. Does he have a loaded gun? I'm sorry he didn't make first. Thank God he doesn't know where we live. So there you go. Our virtual barbecue competition done. First one in the book. We will do it again next year, but we're not going to have any COVID. Guarantee no COVID.
We should do a summer one.
And maybe
a 4th of July one.
Maybe we'll do something else. And I mean, we're open to suggestions. You guys just feed it to us, and we'll try doing anything. But I'm serious about doing this barbecue competition. Like nobody can be within 6 feet, so we're going to do it online.
Yep.
And we're going to and we may we'll videotape it and see how good it is. I don't think we're going to do it live, but it's going to be, and it'll be free to whoever does it. We'll figure out a way to grab the people in. We don't know how many people yet. We're just in the background trying to figure out everything, but like everything else, we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, we got to figure out a way. I know there's a way that we can make it where social media they can vote themselves, so we don't have nothing to do with it.
Right. So anyway,
hours up.
Gotta go. So we appreciate it. Thanks so much for stopping by and keeping with us and the stupidity and everything that we're doing. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, always, you can jr@cookinpellets.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Sign up. Don't delay. Do it today. And
get your Ronco fishing.
There you go. For Junior, this is the Reverend of Barbecue saying thanks so much and stay healthy.
Pellets extra good. No fillers, just some premium wood. Hard maple, apple, cherry.